Hey yo, my Planet Coaster friends, Johnny 5 Alive here, and I am joined with Synchros.
Hey yo!
Welcome back to another Park Spotlight Contest Edition. Today we're going to be looking at Blyborough, a steampunk city created by Ebo72. And here they say steam has been rediscovered and the entire city of Blyborough depends on it. Join the citizens in their daily commute in the new public transportation device, Hyperline, or find yourself enrolled in a weird experiment. It is all possible in Blyborough. This park was made as if it were a themed area in a mega park, which is exactly what I'm going to use it for, which is why there is no grand entrance and why it is completely boxed in. Some statistics: time to build roughly 200 hours. I was born and quarantined. Coaster is over 1,600 meters, 1 mile long. Coaster has a top speed of 120 kilometers per hour or 75 miles per hour. All right, very interesting stuff. This looks like a really neat one. Let's get on into it. Okay, welcome back everyone. Hope you're doing well today. Now, you explained that you're going to be building a mega park and that's why you don't really have a park entrance. It kind of just ties out. But that's not an excuse. You could have made a park entrance and just deleted it for your mega park.
Yeah.
One of the big requirements for this contest is to design a welcoming park entrance. And yours just kind of, you're wearing the city now, right? So I think you could have still done something that was temporary just for the sake of the contest. Maybe there's a pier here.
Especially for the sake of the contest,
yeah,
with it being a contest.
With it being a contest, yeah. Come in off of a pier, and here's this grandioso sign, and we come in through here, and there's the gate. You delete that later.
That would have been perfect.
Yeah, you spend 4 or 5 hours on this really epic grand entrance. Sure, you might delete it later. Maybe you can move it and reuse it and repurpose it for when your mega park is done. For the checkboxes of what you need to do, that's one thing missing. So something for the viewers to keep in mind. But so far, everything's looking pretty expert, masterful. Looks really nice. So let's hope for you've done enough everywhere else to make up for not having one of the key features. But it does look really good. Wow.
Okay.
That took some time.
Taken a long time.
A very long time. Well, there's your
so
two.
I looked up what a Blyborough is because I was curious. It is a village in Lincolnshire, England.
Okay.
Or district. West Lindsay, I don't know. It's a district of Lincolnshire.
Central Station. So do we have a transport? Whoa. I definitely like the architecture here. The Hyperline was advertised in the description as the main steampunk-powered transportation system that the city relies on. So is it a transport ride or is it the main attraction? What do you think?
This looks like a main attraction queue.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I see coaster.
Yeah. This...
Look at that chandelier.
Whoa. Oh, is that the... Okay, have we seen that in the B-roll?
Yeah, that's all made out of glass pieces. Like little miniature ones. That is ridiculous.
That's pretty cool.
We'll take a look at it later from the outside. But you can see it there. That would have taken some time. Because each one of these are fit together. With almost no gaps. That's insane.
And if they start crisscrossing, you see it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's... That would have taken some time for sure.
Between the sign in the front and then that dome, I can see where the 200 hours came from.
Yeah.
Okay, Hyperline, Typhoon Barcast, don't leave. The Barcast has been swapped out for a Giga Train, 1,600 meters, and as I said, basically a mile. There's like the stats, 6 airtime counts, 3 seconds of airtime, 74 miles per hour, and 104 seconds in duration. That's a doozy. Cool. This is gonna be a good experience. So,
or a neck breaker, we'll find out.
Or a neck breaker. And there's the observatory telescope. Thought Synchros might like that. You got your new hobby?
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Oh boy, the flailer.
Yeah.
The flailer was trying to drive me nuts, but I also saw a lot of nighttime lighting. So to make up for that flailer, we might just give it a go, but try
that box
this.
on the right, is that TMTK? Those boxes just opened.
Baggage claim. That is interesting.
There you go.
Maybe this perspective will work better. Let's see. It's not bad.
Yeah, let's give it a go. Why not?
Yeah, sure. The coaster design and interaction with the environment just offers some really cool perspectives.
Definitely does.
It's quite a spectacular layout, I must say.
Weaving in and around the buildings, kind of peeks up and over, and then goes down below. It's really good.
They put your stuff in trash bags.
Yeah. So the lighting.
Yeah. Thank you. Go ahead.
It's pretty heavy.
Yeah.
Pretty saturated. Pretty color colliding.
It appears to me that you have floodlights everywhere. And these floodlights... Oh, they're in a group. Not all of them.
My eyes are already relieved, though.
Right?
I deleted some building pieces. I mean, it's the gold... Well, the red, the gold, the pink.
Here's the thing. You have so many lanterns around...
So colliding.
Yeah, you have so many lanterns around your park that you don't need to be hiding floodlights in all your buildings like that.
And if you do, dim them way down so they just bring out the ridges of the building, so you kind of get a little bit more in there. But don't light up the entire wall like out of.
So if you bring it down to the darkness, it actually does. It doesn't change.
And even over to the left.
Yeah, it doesn't change the color. It just changes the brightness. So some people don't. This changes the saturation. So if you just want the light to not be as bright, you bring it down. So even though this looks like an auburn, it's not an auburn light. It's just a dimmed down red light. It's just going to be...
If you still want that tone of red, sink it down so you get that on like the track. It'll still shimmer on the track, but it won't be as bright on the area around it.
Mm-hmm. And with that, like you know, it's just this big row of purple and yellow. Like the complementary colors is cool, but it ends up making it feel like a Toontown. When at daytime it's so like realistic.
Yeah.
It's very like contradicting of the theme that you're going for, which is a little bit unfortunate because placing all those lights down, unless they're in a group, it's going to be really time consuming to fine tune. And
hopefully we caught you before you did your entire park like this.
Yeah, because it is more work to do that. Because with all these lampposts, they'll do the job on their own. There's so many of them, so you not only have the lampposts, but then you also have the floodlights, and it's just adding more on top of more, which makes it like super crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
Steam powered. Cool.
Oh,
Q.
This is the
Gears of Fear.
Okay. Yeah.
Well integrated. Not much you have to do to this ride because it's already just steampunk.
Yeah, that ride looks pretty cool. I don't know if that's a good thing for the nature of the contest or not, but
yeah, I mean it definitely is a little bit of a free pass.
Shortcut.
Yeah, shortcut. Yeah, You could intentionally choose something else that purposely makes you have to skin it, which it would be preferred. Staff only. Chilling out.
Yeah.
Yeah, the villains are really ornate. I like the fact that you put the little icing bits on them and then colored them just to create this like nice painterly design on some of the buildings. A good contrast between the textures as well. Go ahead.
Yeah, yeah, it makes the building stand out quite a bit when you just add those little extra details on them for sure. And I really like the kind of bustle feel of it. You feel like you're in a tight England city town or whatever, with pubs all around. And
I did a steampunk park with Zell, I believe, in the beginner bracket, and he was saying he would like to see a lot more pipes and steam, and we're seeing that here, like just crazy amounts of pipes going in and out of the building. What? I love that.
Yeah.
You flip the minecart upside down so it's swinging. Oh my god.
Got brownie point for me.
Yeah, me too. Shout out to Adrian Van Sorgen, who invented that, or was the first to do it. What's going on in here? Where are these people going?
I was.
You were?
No one just knew about it. Actually, I don't know if I was or not.
Oh, okay.
But I remember that was the first time I built with that coaster. I was doing the rotations with it because I was like, "Hey, this is cool."
You suspended it and let it chill?
But I never submitted anything, and Adrian beat me to the punch.
Okay.
Mind you, he might have done. I don't really care.
Oh, this is cool. Those floodlights, they're evil. I just see demon eyes.
Yeah, you don't need that many of them in a building for sure. I don't even want to go back tonight, to be honest.
No,
that might be rude sounding. I hope not, but
no,
it's too much.
You're right. I'm trying to find my way through here. I think.
Yeah, is this the dead end?
I think so. So, but then we went. So I go this way, but then I keep getting to a dead end over here. Right? This leads me to a. Well, how do we get to the other side of the park?
I don't think there is. And while we were riding the roller coaster, oh, there we go. Yeah, okay, that just ends. So yeah, anyways, while we were riding the roller coaster, I was kind of noticing how much of the park was actually dedicated to the roller coaster.
Yeah, we'll have to take a look at that after.
Yeah. Which isn't a bad thing, but...
No.
Let me zoom out. No.
I have no idea what's going on here. So that is the park. You're right. 90% of the park is for the coaster. But how do we get to this guy? Oh, it's just for show.
Yeah.
That's so disappointing. But at the same time, I saw that go on, and I'm like, oh, that's cool.
Don't get me wrong, that's awesome for a mega park that has a small area like this in it.
I think if you did that in more areas, that would
I think having that touring around the city would have been amazing.
Going in and out of buildings like that, and having like a
even just a slow, steady pace like that, and having just a
passing
casual
through
ride.
rooms and bars, and you go in and you're like in a second level of a bar, looking down at all the people in the restaurant. There's some cool ideas. I mean, this definitely shows some potential, and what you want to do with your mini park or mega park is a good idea. Unfortunately, for the mini park contest, we're missing.
I don't even.
It's
think
mostly
we meet a bunch of requirements, do we? We're missing.
We got a flat ride. Let's see if the ride list. Is there a second one that we missed?
I only see 2 attractions.
The hyper line was the coaster. The steam powered is this guy.
Okay, we got another flat ride there.
And it's the observatory.
Another tower.
So they check the boxes, but they missed the park entrance.
Yeah. So in that regard, I mean, this is a really, really nice park, or start of a park. There's a ton of effort put in here, but it's not done to be a park on its own. It's done to be a part of a park.
Yeah, and you definitely see that, because I kept on thinking as we're going to the dead ends and back that I'm supposed to be going down here.
Yeah, I was kind of getting confused too. I'm like, I think we've been here before.
Because this actually looks like I can explore it, but it's mainly for the coaster. So how do you find a balance where it's still a park, it's still explorable areas, it still has extra attractions in the back, and not it's all front loaded. So how do you just disperse that, right? And I think that's the goal you want to achieve for a perfect park balance, where we can get to the back, we can explore the back, we have a few extra rides and attractions over there, and we can kind of go all the way around and back, and it's your job to kind of navigate that pathwork around so that it's a little bit of an ebb and flow. Because these are all here, it makes it seem like we're able to walk around. It's just there for show. But I feel like that's a little bit of a wasted opportunity when it can do both, be an awesome coaster experience and an explorable area for guests. Does that make sense?
I think given the layout of the roller coaster, getting rid of some of those switchbacks and making it a little bit shorter so you could fit in some different flat rides and some more pathing and spread out the shops a little bit to integrate it a little bit better would have been a huge... It would have made this an actual park in my eyes. As it sits right now, I wouldn't really consider this a park. It's just a part of one.
Yeah, I mean, and when you look at it, it looks like a town, not a theme park, but this is the part of the contest where you're supposed to get creative and come up with something that checks all the boxes and says, yes, it has attractions, it has rides, so it is in theory a theme park, but this is the theme that I've gone with. And that's the whole point of the contest, is to try to work within these constraints and do something that wows us.
Yeah, which this is wow worthy, but it's really, really good. The detail is amazing. You obviously put in a ton of work to it, but it's just not a theme park on its own.
You know, it technically is. I think the part that it's hard to describe and what we're both trying to say is, as a guest, the full experience is, I don't feel like I fully explored what is here.
There you go. Yeah. That's exactly
I get to go down this way, I get to go down that way. If it was a full center loop and we went all the way back and there was rides and we got to experience it all, and by the time we leave, we feel like we saw it, it felt to me like we're like, what's going on here? We're missing half the park, and it felt like because of that it's a work in progress for another park, which is the case, right? So I think with all the other ones that we've seen in the past, we have been able to, like, that's why we gave you this space, and I feel like it's being front loaded. So something is definitely off here, but we can't deny the quality of the builds, the quality of the designs on some of these domes and the signs out front. You're delivering masterful quality stuff. There are areas to improve, especially looking at your nighttime lighting. You might want to think about this going into your overall mega park, how that's going to look.
Yeah, that is, it's heavy. It is heavy.
Yeah, way too heavy. And then also one thing, if I were to make a recommendation for your overall mega park, is height variation. You can almost cut a line to all your buildings being the exact same height. I would definitely think about making some paths go up and winding, because it'll just create, if this path wasn't so flat but it was leading up just a little bit, it makes it a little bit more interesting. And then all your buildings along the sides, some are higher than others. You know, you're gonna have this one up a little bit and then this one up a little bit higher, because we're slowly going uphill. And the moment you start changing the elevation of the city, it's gonna do a lot for you, especially the ones in the background as well. You know what I mean? So try to create some depth, and you do have that down here, but try to get that with the overall city as a whole. So maybe try to build yourself some terrain so the city gets a little bit higher near the back, so it has a rolling effect. If you look at like things from The Witcher, World of Warcraft, or any of your favorite medieval games, Skyrim, they usually have some sort of focal point and the city builds up to it. You know what I mean? And then like the farmlands are back here on rolling hills. As you get to the city, it gets a little bit higher and higher and higher the deeper you go. And just having a little bit of height variation, even bridges and stuff, they can arc up a bit, not be so flat, and that sort of thing. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's all I got to say for this one. What did you guys think? What did you have to add? Do you disagree? Do you agree? Leave your thoughts down below in the comments. For Ebo72, a masterful creation in artistic polish on this one, so certainly stands a chance in getting the top 5, but at the end of the day, it's up to you guys to vote. Keep an eye on the voting forums, because we are coming up to the end of the bracket soon, and that's going to do it for us in this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye now.
Bye now.